Firewalkers.
What's up, everybody on YouTube? Once again, it's your boy Half, and welcome back to Firewalkerztv. Guess who I got up on the couch? Special guest today. I got Kobian the Monz up in the house, and I say what's up, my boy.
What's good, Firewalkers? It's Kobian the Monz. Santana representing.
Boom. You heard it first and fat right there, and we're going to hit you with this.
You know what I'm saying? It's Kobian the Monz. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh my god.
Hey, what's up, the Monz, man? Hey, thank you, man, for coming out, man. It's a blessing having you over. I'm glad I got you on the show, man. We just got done doing Sticky.
Thank you for having me.
Had to get you on the show, bro. I had to get you on there. So, for your fans and for your future fans out there, where you from, bro? Where you from originally, and where did you grow up?
Santana, Orange County, the 1503. What's cracking?
Ooh, you heard it first and fat right there. Shouting it out right there. Okay. So do you feel that influences your sound and your music and how you do your music, being where you're from?
Yes and no. Primarily, the sound that come out of Santana and Orange County is really like funk. It's really popular, you know. Even 2018, that's still a real popular sound, but it has changed. So even though I was grew up around that music, it definitely made me more versatile in a sense where I was open to listen to other sounds.
Okay.
But I went away for a couple years, and I was out in Atlanta and I was down in Vegas, and I had a chance to kind of mingle in the scene out there. And I would definitely say that once I got to try out different flavors of sound in different areas, I was able to kind of take a little from here and take a little from there, and then bring it back to the West Coast, and then put my little spin on it.
Okay.
So definitely Orange County Santana played a big role, but I won't say it was 100% because of my influence from going other places and taking a little here, taking a little there, and then coming back and be like, well, let's try something different.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on the current hip-hop, the way things are going in hip-hop and rap and where it's headed? Do you feel, being old or new, do you feel that it's going to split off in two different genres? Or
I think the misconception that people have oftentimes is that they'll try to say it's all the same.
Right.
It's not. It's kind of like if you want freestyle, then you listen to underground.
Right.
If you wanted bars, you'd go to Jay-Z, J. Cole, people like that. If you were trying to work out in the gym or something, or you're at the club, you listen to like Juicy J, Wiz Khalifa, So it's hard to like say all rap is the same. Okay. It just depends on the mood you're in, because if you're in the car and you're trying to turn up, you're not gonna listen to, for example, some slow type of mellow music. You're gonna want to turn it to like something with more of an upbeat, like a DJ Mustard type of feel to it.
Right.
So I like the way rap is, and it just depends what's your lane when it comes to rap, because you might not like the same kind of rap I like, but we can both sit here and say we both like rap.
Okay.
So we agree to disagree, but somehow we still agree.
We still agree on that. Okay, I got you on that. So how are you separate from other artists that are in your field? What makes Kobian the Monz?
The problem that we have, like in the Mexican Chicano scene, is that we all look alike. We do. We're all, you know what I'm saying? We all have the same look.
Right.
So from the outside looking in, anybody that looks at us immediately says they all sound the same. So what I try to do is and then it's like, if you rap this way, you're trying to be black. If you rap this way, you're too Mexican. So right off the bat, you're already faced with obstacles on what you sound like and what you're supposed to sound like.
Right.
Or what you're not sounding enough like.
Right.
I remember I was at the Lowrider show in Vegas. I had got a booth and I was just handing out the mixtape. And I was I was there just handing them out. Wasn't getting no money, none. And Capone was on stage, Baby Bash. Shout out Capone and Baby Bash. I remember I gave him a copy of the mixtape. And, but people weren't feeling it.
Yeah.
They liked it. But for the lowrider scene, it didn't sound like the typical Chicano.
Right.
It sounded too trap.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wasn't the time and place for that, my type of music.
Right.
It's not to say that they weren't feeling it, but when you're in a lowrider hitting switches, it probably wasn't the best.
The best vibe.
For it.
Okay, I get
So what I try to do, a lot, especially in the mixtape,
yeah, we got to throw that up there right there.
You know,
we got the mixtape going on right here.
In the mixtape, like I took a lot of video games and I sampled them into the beat. But in a cholo type of, you know, world, I made it sound right. So, you know, I try to make myself sound different. I do try to use a different type of flow to set me apart. But at the same time, I come back down to where I'm from.
Okay. You guys heard it first and fat right there. So, who influenced you? What artists have influenced you growing up, when you were growing up?
You know, of course, like typical Chicano, I grew up on oldies and things like that. But I'd have to say, when it came to rap, I think above all it was Eazy-E and Too Short. And Easy, because with Easy it was like I understood what he was saying. When he was talking about slaying rock and stealing Alpine stereo and this and that, I understood that because that's who I was as an individual at a moment in time.
Right.
So it was like, this fool is a negro, but I understand him.
You could relate.
I can relate. So, and I respected him for that. And it was like everything, it was cool. And then I'd have to say another one, a big influence was Short Dog, you know, Too Short. You know, just, you know, growing up, I mean, Too Short just had that voice.
Yeah. That
when you heard Too Short, it was like, roll the windows down. You know what I'm saying? Back then, that was old school shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you roll the window down till the seat back. You're like, bitches in my drop top caddy. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So definitely those were two, and Quick. And I mean, there's so many more, but I definitely have to say those were the two big ones for me right there.
Okay. So is there any artists you wouldn't mind collaborating with, old and new?
Hands down, if I had an option right now, old one, Crazy Bone.
Okay.
Hands down.
Crazy Bone?
Hands down.
Okay.
Crazy Bone. And new artists, you know, I like Cap G.
Cap G?
I like Cap G. I like that he's his own lane. I like that he's being him. And even though he's Chicano, but he's a product of his environment. So he rocks the lineup and braids and everything. He's from Atlanta and everything, but you know, he's still raza.
Right.
And I appreciate that he knows how to just not be afraid to say, this is who I am.
Okay.
So me as an individual and an artist, I definitely respect that.
That's right. So what success point are you trying to reach with your music? Is there a certain pinnacle you're trying to get at?
You know what? I'll tell you this. I don't want no money. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for I don't even do it for recognition. I don't do it for I simply, like, one time somebody told me, they said, if you don't like something, do something about it. So I wasn't a big fan of what I was hearing. So then I said, well, I'm just gonna make my own shit. And it opened up a lot of different lanes for me, with coming out with the cosmetic line for men and women, Maldito, Maldita.
Oh yeah, throw that out there.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a cosmetic line. Go ahead and throw that out there where they can find it.
You know what I'm saying? It's malditopomade.com. You'll be able to find up all your, all your male accessories. You know what I'm saying? Apparel and all.
Yeah, that's right.
Maldita as well. Shit's trademarked, so I'm trying to steal that shit.
Shit is trademark. Boom.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but it opened the lanes for Maldito Entertainment,
Okay.
Maldito Records, Maldito, you know, my studio, everything. So I mean, I did it just because I genuinely do just have love for the music.
Okay.
And that's my only thing, is just doing it because I like it.
Okay. So what do you think fans get out of your music?
Now I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you just I'm in my own lane, and I'll if it feels right to me, if it sounds right to me, then I just put it out there, and somewhere down the line will say, you know what, I like that. So it's my way of just saying, do what you want to do, and somehow in the middle, people will just adapt to it.
Okay. So when you're in the lab and you start creating, how do you get in the zone? Is there a certain thing that you do to get in your zone?
You know what? Before I'll tell you this. I'll get the beat first. People used to always ask, and people used to always ask me, what comes first, the beat or the lyrics? The lyrics, you create them, you get an idea,
Right.
but you don't really have them until you actually have a beat, because then you start adding and putting and making it, formatting it.
Yeah, start
So
writing that beat,
honestly, when it comes to that part, I drive around for about a week listening to the beat, freestyling over and over and over. Then the day of I actually go to the studio, I have no music in the car at all. I don't even hear the song or nothing, because I just kind of zone out. And then as soon as I step in,
It just clicks, huh?
it just works.
Okay. So who got you first involved in the music or hip hop? Was it an aunt, an uncle, somebody you seen on TV?
You know what? It's funny. I was in Vegas, and I was slaying dope at the time, and I remember it was a lowrider show weekend, or it was some big event was going down, and somebody had called me. It was a celebrity. I won't say his name, but they were at a studio kicking back, and at the time Chicano rap was big. It was everywhere, right? It was in your face. It was low-profile records. You had Proper Goals.
Yeah,
you had
Proper Goals, I remember that.
Little Rob, Mr. Shadow. You had the whole 619.
Yeah.
And I get a page, right? Now, at that time, we had a rocket page,
The Sky
right?
pages, the Sky
what I'm
tail.
saying? And somebody text me, somebody paged me,
Yeah.
and they asked me, hey, can you come through, bring some for us?
Right.
So I go to this little studio, and I walk in, everybody's packing, and I'm just like tripping on these dudes, like, these ain't no motherfucking gangsters, these are fucking wannabes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a motherfucking gangster.
Right.
So we walk in there, and I'm looking around, and I hear them fools rapping. I'm like, these fools ain't nobody. I could do this.
Right.
So then I was slaying dope in the hood, and I said, you know what? Well, I'm gonna go do my thing. If they can, I can.
Okay.
So, and then at the time I was listening to, I was all about the Chicano movement at that time, and I still am. And it felt good to see people that were doing it,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, if they did it, there's got to be a way I can do it.
Okay. That was that whole Proper Dose movement. When all
Yeah,
that was cracking up.
when the 619 crowd was
Yeah.
going, you had Lil One, Mr.
Okay.
Shadow, Lil Rob, you had Proper Dose, Night Owl. I have to say though, Lil One definitely was one who stood out the most to me, and Mr. Shadow.
Okay.
I mean, I was just like, everything they dropped, I was like, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, it was hard,
It was dope.
Still
Okay,
a
I got
fan.
you.
Still a fan.
I got you. So I'll ask you, when you're doing venues, do you prefer big venues or small venues? At this time.
I mean, the big ones are cool, but the small ones are just as dope.
Yeah. I think with the small ones, you get a chance to get one-on-one with the artist.
Yeah, because people, when you get down, everybody's like, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? Hey, blah, blah, blah. I really like your performance, blah, blah, blah. Where can I find your music? So, definitely the small ones, but the big ones are definitely exciting. But the small ones, I mean, whether it's 1,000 people or 100 people or 10 people, just the fact that they're giving you the time of day,
Right.
it means everything.
It means everything, right? You guys heard that first and fat. Always be dedicated to your fans. You know what I mean? I gotta throw that out there because, you know, if it ain't for the fans, none of us would
Man,
be
who the
here,
fuck it
man.
for? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't for them, who the fuck it for?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that you ain't bigger than nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I like to be entertained just as much as they like to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? So acknowledging every single one, even if you have a 2-minute slot or a 10-minute slot, it don't matter. You got a slot.
Exactly. It don't matter what it is or where. I'll ask you this last question. What is the hardest thing you had to go through in life so far?
You know, there's 2 answers to that question.
Okay.
I can't say it in one. I would say when I was young, you know, we were slinging dope and stealing stereos and throwing jales just to eat. You know, so when people were really talking, you know, on rap records, talking all that gangster shit, like I was really doing it.
Right.
And it wasn't trying to be popular because back then it was not about being popular. You're just trying to fucking live.
Right.
So
Survival.
that was a really hard time because I had not baby mom issues, but girlfriend issues.
Yeah.
Right. In and out of jail, on the street. You got no no registration. You know, you're packing guns and you're slinging rock, slinging chiva, and you're just trying to get by. And then I got locked up, went upstate. And then that was a hard time, but that wasn't really much. But when I had kids and I was on, you know, now I had mouth depending on me. I had people depending on me that I had to provide. And you can't just get locked up and go away. You still got to be here for these people,
Right.
for these children.
Right.
So those 2 times were really, really hectic because I was still trying to find myself.
Right.
And trying to find yourself and balance yourself is definitely really, really hard. And some people make choices that they never bounce back from.
Right.
They go away or they never come back, and that's some real shit. And you have to know that what you do does impact your future.
Right.
So I can't answer that without answering the single side before children, and then later on down the road with children.
With children, I got you.
And then you find yourself somewhere over here, and then you just this makes you who you are today.
Right. I got you. Well, you guys heard it first and fat. The Monz, hey man, thank you very much. Kobian, man, this is a great interview, man. Thank you for coming out. Keep us updated and let the fans know out there where they can reach you. Throw out your Instagram, throw out all that right now.
Kobian the Monz on Instagram, Snapchat, and I got a lot of reality shows coming. Got the cosmetic line Maldito and Maldita, and then a lot of reality shows and new music coming out. So just YouTube and Instagram, the main one right there, and keep you updated.
Okay, you guys heard it first and fat. Thank you for tuning in. You've now been updated. And remember, if you vape 909.
It's Kobian the Monz. Y'all know what time it is.
Oh my god.
All I do is talk about hoes and keys. Ziploc bags with a quarter P. Pirate scale with a bad bitch flipping. I'm dope game whipping you EBT. On the block I'm VIP. 4 Seasons I'm VIP. Bank of America I'm VIP. So in retrospect I'm the MVP. Ride around my side of town with the windows down. I'm smoking loud. Fuck with me you won't be found. Popping off like what's up now. Wasting my time I ain't finna do that. Flexing on haters I'm finna do that. I might just pull up in front of your house with a team of my shooters and let them ring out. I guarantee that you're gonna be hit. I suggest that you pay some respect. Hollow point tips and a bulletproof vest. Invest in the chopper, no less than the tech. I bring the heat like the middle of summertime. These are the rappers, they sweeter than Valentine's. I get more money than you do on overtime. Fucking your bitch because I think she fine. My credit good, I don't need a cosign. You was just broken, your car's on decline. I fuck your bitch, call that quality time. Flexing on me, I just keep it 100. Been pulling capers in case you just wondered. I do no favors, I leave you just plundered. Respect the code of the chop, leave you thundered. Fuck you in mind, I'll just push you down under. I mean, like, need I say more? You can't fuck with me. You got a whole bunch of songs, ain't not one of them hot. I drop a little freestyle. It's better than your debut shit. Kobe on the Monz. Y'all know what's up.